What's going on, everybody? This is Dennis, a team member here at Streamcore Productions. Welcome back. I appreciate you being with us today. To all our new people, I know a lot of people have been sending me messages about some of the videos we've done before. Let me start by giving you the email address. Some people asked for it. I'm getting a lot of emails about that, and for those who are watching, please go ahead and subscribe and like this video. We're going to be doing a tutorial today on Adobe Premiere Pro. I thought I just heard some feedback in my microphone. I'm hoping that it's gone now. Just adjusted it. If so, let me know if I have any feedback or anything in the microphone. But today we're going to be doing a tutorial on Adobe Premiere Pro. For those of you who own businesses, or you may be a beginner or intermediate photographer or videographer, or you're getting into graphic design or any type of digital marketing or anything of those sorts, or you're a business owner, you own a brand and you want a software to edit videos. We've done one on Adobe Spark where you can make your thumbnails and different digital type flyers and content for your page. Go check that one out. It's on our page. We did that probably about 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was the last one I did, but either way, we've done a tutorial on Adobe Spark, and today we wanted to do Premiere Pro. There's another software out there where you got Final Cut, and then you have DaVinci Resolve, which is known well for its color grading capabilities. But I've been using Premiere Pro for quite a while, and I do like Premiere Pro, and I'm going to give you a few reasons as to why. Make sure to like and share and subscribe. And remember, you can always follow us on our other social media site pages, which is on Facebook. Go to your search bar and type in Streamcore Productions. And then on Instagram, you can follow us at Streamcore Pro A1. But today we just want to talk about Premiere Pro. If you're in the chat, please leave a comment if you have a specific question. There are certain subjects that I'm going to cover on other streams, but we are going to give you the basics today on how to. Have you ever had a software where you got it, you were excited, but that first day or two, you didn't know how to do anything, and you kind of didn't want to go through their 10,000 tutorials inside of the thing because it would move too fast, or, you wouldn't remember? Well, this is why you have so many people like myself on YouTube doing tutorials, because with this, we can talk to you in real time, and we can show you the things that are necessary to do the video, not just all the cool features that, and no shot at Adobe, but a lot of businesses do that. A lot of cool features that seem nice, but really are just selling points to people who don't really understand that they're not things that you're going to use a lot. And in those tutorials, sometimes you will run into those type of issues. So that's the reason why we're doing this video. Again, I appreciate you. And all right, let's get into it. All right, guys, so here we are talking about Adobe Premiere Pro. And before we do that, I do want to talk about the video we did on Adobe Spark. Now, we did that video maybe a week or two ago. I think it's about 2 or 3 weeks ago we did a video, and just a quick explanation. Adobe Spark is another great software, and we'll give you more details as to where you can find those. We'll probably go through what Adobe has, something called Adobe Creative Cloud. And inside of that Creative Cloud, there are many apps. Now, you can just elect to deal with the apps that you need and just stay with those apps. Or you can have access to things that are really more set for people who are in this industry on the creative side. And really do this for a living. Things like Photoshop. You can use Photoshop, but there are certain people who have been sitting on Photoshop so long that they can do things that you couldn't even fathom. And so Adobe Spark is a software that makes it easy for any business owner to create content and for their, let's say, Facebook page, Instagram page, nice digital flyers that are professional, and they really won't cost you, it won't cost you an arm and a leg. So you can get Adobe Spark by itself. You can buy each individual app by itself. But of course, if you buy a bundle, just like any other deal, you will save. But you can get over 50 apps that do different things on the Adobe Creative Cloud. And so I think that's extremely useful to know that everything you need is in Adobe. DaVinci Resolve has a lot of things, but I don't think there's any other software that I've seen that is quite as detailed as Adobe Premiere Pro. And so that's the reason why we use Adobe Premiere Pro, is because there's pretty much nothing that they don't offer. You can do anything you want to. You can do, and like I said, you can make it specific. You can only use what you want to use, and excuse me for that mic being in my face like that. I'm actually setting some things up for the stream, but you can use only what you want to use, or you can use many different things. And I appreciate you guys for liking the video. I see a few people liking the video. And I really appreciate it. If you can, hit that like button. And we will go forward from there. But guys, I really appreciate you liking the video. So today we're going to start going into Adobe Premiere Pro. I am going to do a screen share so you can see everything that I'm doing. If you just give me one moment to get everything set up and make sure that I have only what's necessary there. And CFBC Riley says, great stuff. I appreciate you for the comment. And again, if you have questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to leave a comment. And please feel free to leave a comment. And we're getting some more likes. We're getting some more likes. All right, guys, I'm almost ready. All right, so, all right, we are almost ready to get started. And make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And again, you can follow us on other social media sites. Facebook, StreamCore Productions, and Instagram, StreamCore Pro A1. So I'm about to get ready to go into the Creative Cloud with you guys. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we'll start with this. I'm sorry for that screen. That's what you're going to see at first. And now we will go into what is called Adobe Creative Cloud. So let's go from the beginning. As I was saying before, now I got some updates. Y'all excuse me. I've been a little busy. As soon as I get done with this stream, I'll go ahead and let those update. And yeah, you can set up automatic updates, but sometimes they do get in your way. But these are the different apps. Now, we use all apps. I also have it set up where other people who work for StreamCore, we have it set up here where they have accounts and we can actually trade information and look at each other's work and do all different types of things. So if you have a business, it's really great for that. Of course, you see desktop, you see mobile, Photoshop, Illustrator. I'm not going to go through all of those. You see web. Let's go desktop, which you'll probably be using most if you're doing a lot of content. But you can use these apps from your mobile phone and do things really quickly on the go and still have a lot of the great features. And so that's another great thing about the Adobe Creative Cloud desktop, right? But here we go. We have Photoshop. We have another Photoshop. We have Illustrator. Look at all these. InDesign, Lightroom, XD, Premiere Pro is what we're going through today. We have Premiere Rush, which is like Premiere Rush is kind of like a abbreviated version of Premiere Pro. But for me, I need all the features, so I use Premiere Pro. I don't really use Premiere Rush. We have Fresco, After Effects, Bridge, Lightroom Classic, Dimensions, everything. Animate, Character Animator. I mean, it's so many different things. You can make a Hollywood film with this type of stuff. And a lot of Hollywood films they do use Adobe Premiere Pro and, of course, DaVinci Resolve as well. Media Encoder, InCopy. I mean, there's so many different apps here. And then always available in my plan, Photoshop Express. And here go other apps that I'm not using at the moment, but if I want to, I can try it, or I can buy it and add it to everything that I'm using. Now, of course, you have Adobe Stock, so if you need stock footage, you can get it there. You can manage fonts, tutorials, portfolio. Everything is here. And let me show you one real cool thing I like about Adobe Creative Cloud, which is, let's say, for instance, I need to do something for social media. I click social media, and it gives me the apps that are best for social media. It pulls those up so I can see exactly which ones. If I say I want to do graphic design, I click it. It makes it easy for me. InDesign, Photoshop, Illustrator. So that's really nice. So you won't have to go around looking and learning everything. You can kind of just deal with what you want to at the moment. But today we're going to go to video. And when we go into video, of course, you see Premiere Rush, which is, let's see, create, edit, and share online videos on the go. You can use it on your phone, available on desktop, mobile, and tablet. Shoot and edit on your phone. You can take videos right from your phone and edit them, and so that's really great. But what you do in Premiere Rush, a lot of what we're going to talk about in Premiere Pro can be used. Some of it can be used in Premiere Rush. They're pretty much set up the same way. I haven't been on Premiere Rush in a while, but they're pretty much set up the same way. So if this is best for you, just get Premiere Rush, and you can still watch this tutorial, and there'll be a lot of things that you don't have access to in Premiere Rush that you do in Premiere Pro. And so that's why we're doing this tutorial, because if you can get this tutorial, Premiere Rush will be no problem. And then shoot and edit on your phone, best for quick social media videos. Gives you an explanation. Now, what we're doing, Premiere Pro, work across desktop Adobe apps. So you can, import things from Photoshop. You can import things from wherever you want to. All the apps, pretty much, you can connect them and do projects on certain apps, and then bring them into another project, or pull your video project into another place to do some animation. Or you do have some animation you can do right in Premiere Pro. But sometimes you want something really amazing, really high end, and you might want to, use the other apps. In-depth video editing, best for film grade videos. Okay, so these are very high level videos. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit open, and you give me a second, guys. I actually need to grab an SD card. I'm just going to pick a random video off of one of my SD cards, maybe like 2 or 3 of them, and show you some different tricks. The video may not even make sense. Maybe I'll try to make it make a little sense, but first let me grab my SD card reader and hook it up, and then we will go from there. All right, here we go. Let me throw my headphones back on. Oh, wow. Well, I'll make that payment as soon as I get off of here. Oh man. All right. So here we go. Let's do what we do when we come in. We're gonna go into, and I promise, guys, I have the money. I don't. It does that every once in a while, but I'm not gonna pay and use my credit card information on a live. However, let's go. Let me choose a SD card. I think I want to use this one, and let's see. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through. First we go to new project, right? Of course, that makes perfect sense. Let's see here. We go to new project. All right, let me check something out here. I don't need all of that. Let's do no and just, okay, scanned. And also get you some, get you a nice, there we go. We'll go back into the screen share. And let's see. We go to new project in order to, and then we title the project. Let's do, I'm just going to put, no, I'm not going to do Untitled. And I'll delete it later. YouTube live demo. All right. Then we hit OK. And from there, the main screen comes in. We'll give it a second. Now, one thing about Premiere Pro is that Adobe Premiere Pro, and I think it's a plus. Some people don't like it, but I like it. Adobe Premiere Pro is a web-based software. So for it being web-based, if you have a slow internet connection, you may have some issues. You probably will have some issues with Premiere Pro. It's a large software, so you need to have at least a terabyte. That's minimum in order to really download it and be able to render things and things of that nature. But the best thing about a web-based software is if your laptop crashes, it automatically, and you can change that setting in Premiere Pro according to your needs, but it automatically saves your project, and you should be able to see that today. All right, so first, let's go through some of these. You have learning, assembly, editing. We'll go into editing today. We'll go into color and show you some of the color grading. We have effects, and I saw somebody left a comment asking if we can go show the transitions, where the transitions are. So we definitely will. We definitely will go into those transitions. Let's go back, and I can't remember. Premiere Pro, that's right. There we go. And then you have audio. You can actually hook up a microphone directly into Premiere Pro and record voiceovers and things of that nature directly in. Me personally, because I'm a musician and I'm a studio guy as well, I personally like to do what I'm doing right now, which is I have an audio interface hooked up to, and I run that to, let's say, Pro Tools or Studio One or Ableton Live, any of those, and do my mixing and mastering of my vocals separately. You do have to match those later, but for me it's not really a big issue, and Premiere Pro actually makes it easy. With one of the updates that came in, it makes it easy. It's kind of like it's intuitive, and it kind of knows how to match your vocals up. It's not as hard to do it where you have to like slowly inch it and play with it for 15 minutes just to get one line No, it seems to be more intuitive, and it kind of notices where the vocals go. So you might have to move it a few times, and then it's perfect. That's what I found. Maybe it's just because I've become so good with Premiere Pro, but I personally don't mess with the audio here. I don't like the quality as much, and I don't have as many options as I would inside of a studio software where I can do mixing and mastering. They do have podcast voice and different things of that nature. And then you have graphics, and we'll show some of that today as well. And then we have captions, and then, of course, libraries. But let's go back to where we were. I believe it was in effects, actually. We're going to go to effects. Now, the key thing is when you first start a project, how do you upload media? Well, you come down here, and yours might be set up differently because you can move these boxes. As you see, when I hit a box, it lights up, right? You can hit all of these sections individually, and they do different things, okay? And here is just drop down Essential Graphics. You know, you can do it from here. You can do it up here with mine, Luma Color, and, you know, so let's go back into effects. But in this particular box, you're going to find media. Right now it says Project, YouTube, Demo Live, right? I want to hit Media Browser. And then I'm going to go into some of the files that I have here. And I'm just going to pick two or three random clips. And I'm going to bring them into my timeline. Okay? Let's see. Let's go to the top since that's processing so long. Maybe this will be a little bit faster. And we will go from there. Now we'll just grab what's available so we won't keep you waiting. Let's take this clip, we'll grab it, and then we pull it over here. And I might have an issue with my connection, and that's why it's dragging a little bit. I don't know. And then we drop it into the timeline. We let it do its thing. Let's see if my issue with my stream is resolved. Doesn't seem like it is. Let's see if I can fix that. And then let's go to sources. Let's go to, and this is OBS, by the way, if there's anybody who needs a little help with that. As you can see, I'm a little frozen at the moment. I definitely don't want webcam, but here I am. Webcam. Oh man, you can see one of my lights in frame. Look at there. Alright guys, no, I'm not going to make you watch me on a webcam video. Alright, let's go back to USB. And we should be good. And there we go. We're back on. Alright, so, and maybe I should do a tutorial on OBS. I happen to like OBS because it's free and it, you know, doesn't give you a big headache. Alright, so we got that clip. Let's see if we can find another clip. And so we long pressed this clip. We clicked, we held it down, and we slid it over into our timeline, and then we released over here. So we clicked it, held it, slid it over, and then released, and it uploaded into our timeline. And as you can see, when I do that, there's information that shows up here and in other places. So let's see what's going on here, guys. Y'all please forgive me for this. It is seems like I'm having some connection issues. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let's go back into screen share. So I'm going to have to show you that again. So Premiere Pro, what I just did is I clicked on the clip here in your bottom left hand corner. I long pressed it, I held it, and then I slid it over into the timeline. Then I released, and then it shows up in the timeline, right? Let's see if we can get another clip to process and come up. All right, this was a video I did for a hip-hop artist. So I don't think I'm going to use a whole lot of his. As you can see, the young lady was looking very nice. Unfortunately, this is a family show. So we'll have to find another clip, let it process, and move forward from there. I think I will use this one. I'm going to press it. Long clip. You see the little fist. Then I drag it over. And then you see it pops up. Right? And so now I have two clips. One of the clips, I believe, was in slow motion. And slow motion clips, on the camera that I used, they didn't have any audio, so you didn't see the audio bars come there. I believe I have changed that from slow motion, but still it didn't have any audio attached to it. Let's see if we can get like one more clip, you know, just to make it a little interesting. What about right here? Yeah, that'll be 3 clips. I slide down. As you can see, I kind of just went to the right and it started moving. I released that there, and now I have my 3 clips on my timeline. If I go from the beginning, I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to hear this, which, you know, hearing it is not really the big issue at this moment. Alright, so now if you noticed, on this particular clip, it's really small. So what I would need to do is left click and go into set to frame size. And now it is the right size. So I just left click and set to frame size. Let's see if this one has the same issue. And to move the bar, I could just hit the clip, but if I hit the clip, the information is going to pop up over here, but I'm not going to have the bar to see exactly what's there. So I hit above this red line, and it brings my little right here where I can kind of move the clip a little faster if I need to. So I hit above this red line, and so I'm going to left click, and then I'm going to say, and there we go. And as you see here on this particular, on the last project I had, I already had the black bars in there. Maybe we'll do an adjustment layer on another video showing you how to bring those black bars into your video. Okay, so now I have my clips. Let's take a look and make sure. We're going to go back to the beginning. And here, let me do this. Let me show you. I have a habit of doing that sometime, but no matter where I am, if I want to go back to the top, I hit this arrow with the little sign here in front of it, and it takes me right back to the top of the video. So I can be anywhere, and I can go right back to the top with one click of this button. All right, and so now, let's just say, you know, this is exactly where I want my video to be. Now, of course, I'm not doing a really in-depth video trying to put editing a whole video for you today. But we have gone over what all these things do. And right now we're in effects because that's what popped up. If you need to import media, you go to media browser and it starts to pull up your clips after you go through the options and select. For me, it's going to be Canon 100. And then we bring our clips onto the timeline. And then if our clips are not the right size, we can left click. And we can go set the frame size or set the frame size or set to frame size, scale to frame size or set to frame size. All right. And then if I hit a click over here in the effects control panel, this is where you start getting into making graphics move left and right and different things and having moving text and things. And I'll do a separate video on that. Because I want to show you many things. You set an anchor point. You can set an anchor point and set that anchor point down and then adjust it and cause it to either zoom in or zoom out. You can do it fast. You can do it slow. Of course, rotation and all these other things. But we're not going to get into that today. If you want to see a video on that, please leave a comment letting me know. And I will definitely set up a time where we can do another stream and we can go more in depth. But right now we want to start with the basics. So now we have a clip. And if you can notice, this clip is pretty dark. I think that was the look that I was going for. I have already edited this complete video, which I may have to show you at some point, but not today. So let's go into, as a matter of fact, before we go into that, let's stay in effects, and let me show, because somebody asked about the transitions. Now over here in the effects panel right here, you can see you have presets, you have lumetri presets, right? You have audio effects, audio transitions, video effects, video transitions. And we're going to go into two things in this panel. Have you ever shot a video and maybe your in-camera, your actual shoot, everything was not quite as clear as you would like it to be? I mean, I've done it recently where I had to clean up some video. I mean, it happens to the best of us. It really depends. You can't really pick up everything perfectly all the time, especially if you're on a limited crew. And sometimes I'm on a limited crew because the client is on a limited budget, right? I can't afford to have 10 people on the crew if you're paying some of the introductory rates. And that goes into a video we've done on the channel about how to scale your business. And if you're in the business, any type of business, but especially digital marketing, videography, graphic design, all these different things, go watch that video. It really helped me a lot when I stopped working in the business as much and started working on the business. I still work in the business some, but being a team member here, I work in and on the business. But as I started to scale and hire people to do things that has certain levels of expertise, my productivity increased, and I wasn't trying to edit a video while I was trying to close a sale. Or I wasn't trying to shoot a video while another client was calling in and needed to talk to me about maybe spending some money. And as a result, I saw my intake of clients increase 3 or 4 times because I could pick up the phone immediately and not be disrespectful to the client that I was in front of, right? So scaling your business, we have a video on our page about that. Definitely take a look at that. Subscribe and like this video if you can. And let me check with you guys. Let me check for a second and see if anybody has left a comment. Okay. All right. So, all right, there we go. Let me see how many people are watching. All right. I do see 2 comments. I don't see anything else at the moment. All right. But yeah, definitely check out the video about streaming and scaling your business. So let's get back into again, you can follow us, StreamCore Productions, on Facebook, StreamCore Pro A1, and if you want to, you can hit a super chat on here as well. I definitely accept that super chat. And now let's get back into Premiere Pro. So now let's go into the question that was asked about video transitions. Here we go with video transitions. Let's say right here, let's move this. Let's watch it first. And it's let's do a little editing there. Now to edit this clip, because I definitely don't want what I've done is I've unlinked my video and my audio. So I can move this video. I can move the audio. This thick line is showing you up top. Your video will show up here. And down here, your audio will show up. And you can mute a channel. You can, if you want to record, you can hit record and it'll do a quick countdown, and then you can record by hitting this button. And then you can solo a track if you just want to hear that track by itself. So mute, solo, and then you can hit record. But I've unlinked my audio and video. I'm going to hit that and delete. And if you want to unlink, all you do is left click on it, and then as you can see, it says unlink right here. All right, and you can unlink everything. I've done that just because that's what I want to do. But right here at the beginning of this video, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I'm actually talking to him saying action. I don't want that in the clip, right? So how do I shave this clip down? So for me personally, in this clip, after watching it, I would probably get a little bit of him walking by himself, and then the rest of it, I want to have him in motion the whole time instead of it looking like he just started. So what I can do is, as I got to this section right here, this arrow little thing showed up, and it's letting me know that I can grab and I can pull to this line where I want to start the clip. Then I'll pull this over. And let's watch that first before we move forward. So now it shows him, and that's a lot better, right? But at the same time, we have to remember that at the end of the clip, there was probably some talking, right? And see right there, I would cut that because you could see in his body language that the door was unlocked, and that's probably not, the door was locked, and that's probably not the look that we're going for. So from here, I would go to the end of this clip, grab, and bring that right here. Right? And so let's look at it now. I hit the space bar to hit play. And there you go. And then from there, he grabs the door and it goes into the next clip, which is down here. So let's grab that next clip. And again, this is just, and I've unlinked my video, and because I don't really want that, I would add some audio if I wanted to, right? So let's see how this goes. Let's edit it first, and then it ends there, then we end up right here. So right there, even though that's not really a good clip, and this is actually an image, so I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to go find another clip to put in here. All right. I'm going to grab this one. And what I'm going to do, if I don't want it, because see, if I drop this here, it's going to delete those other clips. So all I have to do is take it to the middle line and then go up. And as you can see, this one, when this one went up, the audio line went down as well. So that's a really good thing to know. And then from here, the good thing about this, okay, again, now it's really small. So I'm going to left click on it and I'm going to go to set to frame size. And now we have it the right size. I hit play. Let's see where we want to edit it. Now he's adjusting himself. And if you notice, you don't see the bottom clip because that is where you kind of put your B-roll up in areas like that. So what I'm going to do is find a nice spot where he wasn't, maybe like right there. And I'll set that line there. Then I'll go here and I'll pull this over. And then we can play it from here. No, because he was kind of rushing. And so these are the little things. Kind of like, let's see how that looks. Yeah. And so that's the wonders of video editing. Now I can make it look really natural. And so I'm just cutting my clips down first, and then we'll add some transitions. We'll add some we may wait on the graphics because I want to show you how to move those graphics. But I will add some special graphics just so you can see how they go. And so he's doing his thing. He's rapping. You know what I'm saying? He's moving. All right. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut about right there. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. And I'm gonna take this clip down to about right there. Move it down a little bit more, then bring it down. And then here's another little trick. If you want to move a whole section, you don't have to move them individually. You can just click and then grab, slide all the way down, highlight the sections that you want to move, and then move them all at the same time. Saves you a lot of time. Okay? Let's see. And let's go back from the top. And again, in no particular order right now, I'm just trying to show you. So we cut that clip down, and then we got her moving over, and then we got him coming in like that. Okay, so that's our video for right now. Now the next thing I want to do, the next thing I would usually do is go into color. I'm going to do some really quick color grading. For all you guys who know how to color grade, I do too, but that's not what this video is really about. So I'm just going to do something quick just to show you basic correction. I usually start from the bottom. Let's see. Okay, so I don't have, that's a good thing to know. I didn't have my line down here, so this is not the clip that we're seeing up top. Now when I move my line down here, now this is the clip that I'm seeing in my preview at the top. So as you can see, I can go from here to bringing the blacks down here. Me personally, I do like to have kind of like that, more of that film look. So I've learned it depends. Again, this is not a full color grade, so I'm not going to usually add that much, take that much black out. It's going to be real minor movements, but I am going to take that out right now. If I take my whites down, you see them adjust. If I take them up, it's going to get really bright. And I don't want that. You know, I do want some, but not quite that much. And then my shadows is which. So I don't want my shadows down there. I'm just showing you back and forth. I actually like more of that film type look, so I will go. People perceive that as more cinematic. Again, guys, don't hate me on this. I'm just kind of showing people. Then I'm going to show you an easy tool. So I'm going to go about right here with that. Contrast is where you're going to get a lot of movement. You can take the contrast down. You can take it up. Me personally, I'm going to go more for that film look, so I'm going to bring it down a little bit. And then, of course, your exposure, bring it all the way up. Right? Or take it all the way down. And this was shot raw, right? When I was outside, I had the white balance to 5600 Kelvin. When I was inside, I had it more of a tungsten. Hopefully you have a camera that's going to allow you to do those types of things. Okay, so that's, and then here I can add a little orange tint, right? And make it more orange. I really wouldn't want it that orange, right? But I'm going to add a little bit of that to it. Just a little bit, right? Not perfect. But, and if I want to see it before I hit this FX button, it goes back to the original. Now you get to see how much more warm that is, right? I don't really want it that warm, but again, I'm not doing a perfect color grading job. I will do a video on color grading at some point. So we'll go back to the original and then back to this, right? I'm going to take some of this contrast out. And I'm going to take some of these shadows down. I'm just going to bring everything in just a little bit. So this is the original right here. with a really flat color profile. And then this is color graded. You can see the difference on how you can adjust. The best thing about Adobe, if you have clips that are done in the relative same sunlight, you don't have to color grade them all. This is not perfect color grading. I'm going to do copy, and I'm going to go to another clip that I know was outside, which is right here. Let's bring this over. And then I'm going to go left click, and I'm going to go paste attributes. And as you can see, it says Luma color. All the different effects, you can delete what you don't want to take over, and then you can adjust just a little bit from there. So when I hit OK, watch it change as it pastes all the attributes. Now those clips match. So that's a little shortcut, and as you can see, it just looks a little more cinematic at that point. So that's how you do your color grading. And then from here, and again, this is not detailed to the max, just showing beginners how to use these different things. Let's go to effects, and then we'll go to graphics, and then we will call it a night, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and you can follow us. Again, you can follow us on our other social media sites. If you would, please be kind enough to send us a super chat. Follow us on Facebook, Streamcore Productions, and on Instagram, Streamcore Pro A1. Streamcore Pro A1. All right, let me double check back in with you, and then we'll get back to work. I kind of like this red and blue with the pink and kind of red in the back. I don't know, y'all. Let me know if y'all think that's kind of fly. I think it's kind of fly. Let's see what happens. All right. Let me go and check on you guys real quick. All right. All right. People are definitely viewing. They got 11 playbacks so far. I appreciate the support. And let me see. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see how long we've been streaming. Okay, we're about at our hour-long stream level. All right. So let's see here. Let's go back to OBS. We're about to go through some of the transitions that you can use, how to apply those transitions, and I'll show you how to set the time on those transitions, which can make a big difference. I'm going to do some basic transitions, and then later I'll do a video on like music video cuts and different things of that nature that you're used to seeing. But let's get back into it. Screen share. Now let's go back to Premiere Rush, and here we go. So transitions, video transitions. You have 3D, cube spin, dissolve. Of course, you got immersive video. You can definitely go through all these yourself. Got your iris. I don't really like those. The page peel can be nice. The slides can be nice, and the wipes. You can add a line to it to make it more of what you're used to seeing. But today, let's stick with the dissolve, and we're going to go right here. Again, let me go back. I'm going to grab it by clicking it and then sliding, not letting go. And then as you can see, the transition shows up. Let me clear that. I don't know why it's so huge right now. Probably because it's just the time. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to left click on it, and it says set transition duration. And right there it says 1 second. It's probably because I'm zoomed in so much. So 1 second for me is a lot of times is really fast. So let's say 3 seconds. Wow, that is ridiculous. Let's go back and just do 2 seconds for the time being. Obviously, I'm having a little technical difficulty with that one. That's okay. Let's go to 2 seconds. And then if I add that right there, And I go back here and watch how that looks. All right, so there's a little delay. But that's how you add your transitions. Let's do another dip to black. Maybe a cross dissolve here. Okay. Let's do a cross dissolve. We're going to grab it and then release it. Okay, guys, there's something funny going on. Just going to leave it there. Alright, so that's how we add our transitions. So again, transitions are in your effects panel. You have the controls here. You can see if you go here, anything that I'm adding to a clip, if I click on this clip, you can actually control most of it from over here in this panel as well. Alright, so as you can see, that dip to black is in there. So it was bright and then it starts to dip, as you can see slowly. It's dipping to black and then it dips all the way out and then it comes into the next clip. And then here it's coming out of a cross dissolve, so it's coming from this clip and then it cross dissolves into that clip. Just two easy transitions. Now, for the sake of time, we will let's go to graphics. These are things that I've uploaded. Like I said, with Adobe, you can download certain templates, or you can create templates, and you can save those templates and transfer them into different programs. I have them here in my library, and now I can use this as it says abstract, which is just the basic name, or it might be the name of the last project or whatever. But I take this, I grab it, just the same premise, I bring it here, I drop it, and then I have to give it a little time to upload into the software. So let me double check, guys, and see what's going on. All right. And again, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And for everybody who's actually watching and participating, I really appreciate it. Even those of you who are not, I appreciate you. Let's go and check. All right, guys. All right. So we're almost done. Let me just get a little work done. House cleaning, if you will. All right, let's get back into it. So let's go back to our screen share, and then we'll go back into Premiere. And as you can see, everything's uploaded now. So we hit the space bar, we set our bar, we hit the space bar, and then this moves in. And again, if it's small like that, which I was doing another project, so that's why I had things like that, left click on it, and then we scale to frame size, and it will come up to the appropriate size. Alright, so again, you don't have to slide. You can hit that button and it will allow you to go all the way to the front of the project, all the way to the beginning. And so we've seen how I color graded that. It's a little dragging right now. I think I got a lot going on. It's saying that my connection is bad. I'm guessing I'm having some Wi-Fi issues right now. I apologize for that, but you can see how the color grading worked on that clip. There's one clip that's not color graded, and you can tell nothing is completely color graded, but just giving you guys an idea. But you see the transitions installed, and then we go into our motion graphics, and that comes in. So let's just say we click on this, we go to text controls, we go title, and we change this to YouTube, right? And so when we click out of that, it will show up. And so now it says YouTube. We go to text controls. Now we go to subtitle, and I click on that, and I put the name of the business, Stream Core Productions. Did I spell it right? I did. I'm doing pretty good today. All right, so YouTube Stream Core Productions. I only did it just because, let's go back to the top and see if it will finally act right. I think my connection is starting to return. Here we go. Hopefully. No, we're still having some issues, but as you can see, that color, I actually like that color grade so far. It's not finished. I think I need to take those whites down. That car is extremely bright, right? And then here, that one is not color graded. You can tell the difference. And then that one is, and I like how it's warm. It looks more cinematic, right? Instead of just, normal bland colors, you're kind of giving it that film cinematic look. So definitely, guys, we'll do something more detailed into the color grading. All right, so we've learned how to upload on today's stream. We've learned how to upload content into Premiere Pro. We've learned how to adjust the size of that content if it comes in too small by left clicking and saying set to frame size or scale to frame size. We've learned where color grading is. We've learned about how to add transitions. We've learned how to add graphics and change those texts. We also learned how to add stuff to our timeline, and just a little bit on how to edit clips and how to delete sound and different things of that nature. I'm hoping for you guys who just started on Premiere Pro that this tutorial can help you get started. Please, by all means, we're a smaller channel right now with around 2,300 subscribers. So I have time to talk to you and answer your questions specifically. So if you have a specific question about something, make sure that you subscribe and you like the video and you reach out to me directly. You can email us at contact. The email address is, I did that last week as well. The email address is contact@streamcoreproductions.com. Contact@streamcoreproductions.com, or you could just leave a comment with your questions and we'll get back to you. Maybe we can set up a video chat and go through some things with you if you need some help with Premiere Pro. But definitely, super chats, likes, subscribe, stay in contact with us, and we hope that you continue to strive to learn these softwares. It can be a daunting task at first, but over time you will gain your wings and you'll be able to deal with it on a much higher level, and it will be worth it in the end, because most people won't take the time to really learn the detailed information to these softwares. It's taken me years to really get extremely well with it, and I taught myself a lot of different things, and you don't want to be in a project trying to figure these things out, but you will have to do that in the beginning. But as much help as you can get, definitely look for it. And like I said, I'm willing to help. Hit me up, and I appreciate you guys. Until next time, I see you next time.